you mentioned this concept of getting paid in crypto. And if I recall correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, but you've decided as well to receive some of your portion of your salary in Bitcoin and crypto. So what was maybe that pivotal moment that made you feel comfortable with something that, again, to some people sometimes can sound so dramatic, to make that kind of switch.
Well, I think it's just being able to show people that it's not, while it does have the short-term volatility, it's the long-term benefit of it, and you have to look beyond this idea. I think we've got into the instant gratification of things in the long-term investments, long-term horizon. And I had a conversation with someone who was talking about the investment strategy and how the volatility is. And I came in the nonprofit world as well as my career before here. And when we endowed a trust, it was a 100-year horizon, and the endowment. And so you ask those people, what are your horizons on your current investments? I don't know. I bet they're 100 years or at least 50 years. And so that's what we have to look at. And I think just the showing I was already investing on an average, and so why not do that and take one of my paychecks in Bitcoin, and obviously could not receive it in Bitcoin, had to receive it, then convert it and put it into my wallet, but did that.
Very cool. And may I ask you, Scott, have you thought about doing it more, or like, is it something that you receive like on a frequent basis?
Yeah, I mean, I DCA now as it is, so.
Very cool. Good stuff, man. No, that's awesome to hear. I mean, honestly, I think it's good. Like, that's the idea, is that with the concept of getting paid in crypto, what's so nice is that it's not something like we mentioned, right? The risk of not participating in this kind of new revolution, just like not participating in the web, has a greater cost to it than not participating at all and stuff. And what's nice is that you can have that fractional exposure. You can dollar cost average, get a portion of your payroll. You don't have to go all in. And I think that's, again, as you mentioned, the extremes you find on either end, either incredibly negative or incredibly open and all in on crypto.
Well, I think too, and I've said also this is a great equalizer as far as bridging the wealth gap is a component to that, because 88% of people in the United States have access to a smartphone. Open up a wallet, DCAing, whether it be $1, whether it be $5 a day, a week, whatever, you can start that investment cycle easily. You don't have to go through a broker. You don't have to pay that brokerage fee. And then you can hold it in the wallet, get a cold wallet, get it off the exchange, and just watch it appreciate over time. Just don't do like I do and look at the cost every 10 minutes.
It can drive you nuts sometimes and stuff. You're right there. You always have to remind yourself of that long-term vision. And I like that you hit that point, Scott, and stuff, because I understand it can be like kind of a hot button issue, but like wealth inequality and stuff, I think it's something that people constantly debate about. But to be honest, like the thing is, people usually, when they talk about something like wealth inequality, are usually thinking tax more, tax less, right? And it's these kind of like I would say kind of governmental solutions of managing certain policies in order to try to solve the issue. But what's interesting about crypto is that it really gets to the root cause of where does the inequality come in the first place, and it's the monetary policy, it's the monetary system. So I think that that's a very interesting perspective that you share, and I appreciate the candidness on the checking of the portfolio. I think we're all guilty of it sometimes.
Yeah, if you get a spare minute, just pop it up, look at it, and then for me now, I think what I look at is if I see a red line, I'm thinking, how much can I buy right now?
Exactly.
Without my wife kicking me out.
that should be like a sentiment indicator and stuff, like when the wife's telling you like it's too risky and stuff. It's like, all right, I've got my exposure.